Onisere and the Ballet Queen, written by Marsha Lowe, illustrated by Jasmine Lowe. Ballet is not for people like us, sis. I beg your pardon, young man, bellows a terrifying voice from the sky. What did you say? Stumbles Teo. Onisere claps her hand over his mouth. Ballet is most definitely, most certainly, most categorically for us all, you repellent little infant, says Simbira, kissing her teeth. Come, she commands and scoops them both up. Teo tugs her fingers, trying to get free, then collapses on her hand, dizzy. Excuse me, Auntie, Onisere ventures. I don't mean to be rude, but who are you? She then gets excited and starts to jump up and down. Are you my fairy godmother? Are you here to make all my dreams come true? Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? She squeals with glee. Stop that nonsense right now. Do I look like a genie to you? Barks Simbira. Teo opens his mouth, then snaps it shut again before she spots him. I am Simbira, Queen of Ballet, darling of the Russian stage, desired and adored by princes around the world, and, of late, an overworked guide to ungrateful brats who think they know better than their elders. Onisere gulps. Teo, unfazed, plays keepy-uppy with his football. Simbira begins again. Now, where was I? Yes. Far from being an art form only for people of the paler persuasion. There is a long and impressive history of black and brown people in British ballet that stretches back to the 1940s. Simbira waves her hand and almost dislodges the children. This is Le Ballet Neg, Europe's first black dance company, which was started in 1946 in London by Jamaican dancers Berto Pasuka and Richie Riley. Riley trained with my dear friend Margot Fontaine. You know, she confides. Teo shrugs, and Onisere looks blankly back at her. Oh, never mind! Then Christian Holder, who was just perfection. She kisses her finger. Teo copies her, but Simbira spots him, flicks off her hand, and continues without a care. He came from Trinidad to London and then to Martha Graham before becoming one of Joffrey Ballet's most iconic dancers in 70s New York. Richard Majeski came along soon after, and he went to Zurich, Paris, and then on a world tour with Bejar Ballet. Next we had dear Vincent Hattam from Cape Town. He was so elegant and one of the hardest working dancers in ballet. He got a scholarship to the Royal Ballet School in 1972 and then joined Scottish Ballet. Greta Mendes from Trinidad went there too, but they never met. Why is he shivering? Asks Teo as he drags himself back into her hand. Because Glasgow is a very cold city, especially if you are from South Africa, you nincompoop. In the 70s and 80s, most British ballet companies wouldn't hire black dancers, but they were determined to dance. So people like Brenda Garrett Glassman, Carol Straker, Michael Moore, and Henderson Williams went to Arthur Mitchell's Dance Theatre of Harlem in New York City. Wow, says Onisere, looking around. Whee, says Theo, finally impressed. Yes, but it wasn't all glamorous. New York could be quite a scary place back then, especially for a young person far from home. Ugh! What's that smell? Says Onisere, screwing up her nose. Ah, yes! The delightful aroma from 17 days of uncollected rubbish. The bin men went on strike in the winter of 81, explains Simbira. Ah, what a pong! Ah, the Los Angeles 84 Olympics with the exquisite Julie Felix Dance Theatre of Harlem and Lionel Richie. What an extravaganza! This isn't the Olympics, says Onisere. No, c'est l'Opéra du Paris, gushes Simbira. What's she on about? Whispers Theo. Nureyev, you Philistines, splutters Simbira. Nureyev plucked Patrick Williams out of Alvin Ailey's company in New York and brought him to Paris, where he wowed audiences for over 5 years. Madiba, Johannesburg's 1992. Adam James joined Dance Theatre of Harlem on their tour of the newly freed South Africa. I think Mandela had a bit of a crush on me. But he had a country to rebuild, and I was wedded to ballet. Theo pretends to throw up behind her back. Onisere starts to look a bit worried. So do I have to leave home to be a ballet dancer? You must be mad. America is awesome. They have the best music, cool cars, and they're supersize everything, says Theo. Silence, urchins, says Simbira. If you strive for a little patience. I was just getting to the part where black dancers began to work more often in the UK. Oh, who is he? Interrupts Theo. Is he a footballer? Is he a rapper? Simbira wrinkles her nose. No, that would be Darren Panton, meeting Princess Diana. He was the first black British male dancer to graduate from the Royal Ballet School in 1992. Stunning dancer, dubious dress sense. Did he get to dance in England? Asked Onisere. Yes, he joined London City Ballet when he graduated. They also had other black British dancers like Ben Love and Simon Archer. Ben trained to be a footballer with Everton, I believe. Really? Says Theo, getting excited. Yes, but he found he much preferred ballet. Theo sticks his tongue out at her as soon as she looks away. Then we have the wonderful Brenda Edwards, who joined English National Ballet in 1986 as the first black female dancer, while Noel Wallace became the first black male dancer a year earlier. Both their families were originally from Jamaica. Did they have dreadlocks like me? Asked Theo eagerly. Simbira pauses for a long moment. No, they did not, Chocolate. Where are we now? Asked Onisere. Beautiful Birmingham, where the magnificent Evan Williams was invited to join Birmingham Royal Ballet in 1991. Tyrone Singleton is principal there now. Isn't that where Carlos Acosta works? Asked Onisere. Work? He doesn't work. You preposterous child. He leads. Oh! our journey in Covent Garden, home of the Royal Ballet. There are definitely no black dancers here, says Tail. Wrong again, smarty pants. Eric Underwood, Francesca Hayward, and Solomon Golding, among others, all made their home at the Royal Ballet the last 20 years. Simbira drops the two children back in their bedroom. So what you are saying is that there have been loads of black ballet dancers, and that if I train really hard, and I believe in myself, and I never ever give up, then with a bit of help from my family and friends, I can become a ballet dancer, says Onisere. Duh, says Theo, bored. Double duh, says Simbira, flicking them off her hand and back onto the bed.